An experiment in the Netherlands where migrants and young Dutch students would live together turned into a nightmare. Daily news. Students were blanked after being forced to live in a complex alongside 125 refugees to aid integration. Terrified Dutch youngsters were subjected to years of sex assaults and violence. Terrified Dutch students made to live side by side with 125 refugees to aid their integration were subjected to years of sexual assault and violence, an investigation has reported. Stek Oost, located in the Watergraafsmeer district of Amsterdam, was sold to the Netherlands as the dream solution to the housing and refugee crisis. A total of 125 students and 125 refugees would live alongside each other and were even encouraged to buddy up so the migrants could adapt to life in the Netherlands more quickly. But students living there told Dutch investigative documentary program Zembla they faced multiple sexual assaults, harassment, violence, stalking, and even claimed a gangblank had taken place. One woman said she would regularly see fights in the hallway and then again in the shared living room. A man told the program that a refugee threatened him with an 8-inch kitchen knife, and they claimed they were ignored despite filing multiple reports to the authorities. In one shocking case, a former resident said that a Syrian blanked her after inviting her to his room to watch a film, then refusing to let her leave. The woman, identified only as Amanda, said he wanted to learn Dutch to get an education. I wanted to help him. Amanda described how he asked her several times to come to his room. She eventually relented and agreed to watch a film with him. However, he soon made her uncomfortable and she asked to leave, only for him to trap her in his room and sexually abuse her. Despite filing a police report following the incident in 2019, police dropped the case due to a lack of evidence. But just 6 months later, another woman living in Stek Oost raised the alarm over the Syrian, telling the housing association that runs the complex that she was concerned for the safety of herself and other women living there. But the local authority, which had set up the arrangement, claimed it was impossible for the man to be evicted. The Zembla documentary claims it was only when he was formally arrested in March 2022 that he left the student refugee complex. He was later convicted of blanking Amanda and another resident and was sentenced to just 3 years in prison in 2024. Caroline de Heer, district chair of the East District of Amsterdam, where Stek Oost is located, claimed it was legally difficult to remove people from these blocks. You see unacceptable behavior and the people get scared. But legally, it's often not enough to remove someone from their home or impose mandatory care. You keep running into the same obstacles. In another horrifying case reported by the program, Staj Newt, the firm that runs the complex, suspected a gangblank took place in one of its flats in the summer of 2023. Police told Dutch newspaper Die Telegraaf that while it was not aware of any gang blank taking place on the premises, it did say that it had received 7 reports of sexual assault. Since opening in 2018, Stek Oost has faced multiple similar allegations. In 2022, Dutch TV station AT5 reported that a refugee had been accused of 6 sex attacks between 2018 and 2021. He was involved in a protracted legal battle with local authorities who fought to force him to leave Stek Oost. For its part, Stedgenuch wanted to shut the complex down as early as 2023, but the local authority refused. It will, however, be shut down by 2028 after the contract to run the site expires. In the meantime, though, staff and students of Stek Oost have been left exhausted from their experience living and working there. Muriel Fappen, who works for Stadgenut, dejectedly told the program, "We were completely overwhelmed. We no longer wanted to be responsible for the safety of the complex." She added, "It was just too intense. As the manager of these colleagues, I would say, if I can't guarantee their safety, I'm going to have a really bad night's sleep."